All right, guys, welcome in. Today I wanted to go over MLB Stadium backstops because it is rather important, when you're watching a baseball game, the presentation of the backstop. I'll give my opinion on it. Do I like it? Do I dislike it? I'll try and give a grade. I'm doing all the AL ones in this video and kind of talk about, does the stadium have exclusive seating right behind it? Is it standard? What's going on? How many ads are there? If I'm going to be completely honest, we're just going to be attacked by ads this entire video. And I'm not talking about me placing ads in it. I'm talking about there's ads within the backstop. But if I do put ads in this video, please click on the ad. Give me some money, guys. I'm kidding. But let's get right into it, starting with Oriole Park at Camden Yards. This one is one of the better ones. I'm just telling you that. Very, very nice brick design. Minimal ads. You can see they just have two small ones. And then behind it, it is just normal standard seating. They have that dead zone area kind of to the right of it. I'm guessing that's like the camera bay. A lot of backstops have that in the MLB, so I would give this a very solid A-. We're starting off with a good one, especially in comparison to a lot of the others. Anytime it has a brick design, kind of fits in also with the whole Oriole Park at Camden Yards. I just think it fits the style of the stadium, so I do like that one. Moving on to Yankee Stadium, so theirs is just a bunch of ads. That's pretty much all I can say about it. It's got the cushion design, and then behind it, that is exclusive seating, and their exclusive seating goes all the way down the first and the third baseline. That's that Legends Club seating. Really not a fan of this. I guess it kind of fits. I would give it a C-. I guess it's just ads. I don't know. It's hard to analyze it. And I also do, dislike the fact that their exclusive seating goes so far down the first and third base line. A lot of times, even during the playoffs, those seats are not sold, or they are sold, but nobody's in them, and you're just looking at empty seats during big games there. Moving on to the Tropicana Field. So this is one that got renovated, at least I think. Is exclusive seating. You can kind of barely see it to the far left. Other than that, it's Tropicana Field. I'll give it a C. All it is just ads. That's pretty much it. And then they do have their secondary logo there as well. But yeah, there is some exclusive seating, nice cushiony seats behind home plate at the Trop, but really not much to analyze when it comes to that. This is the Rogers Center. So the Rogers Center have 2 rows of really exclusive seating right behind home plate. The backstop is just all ads. Pretty much all of these are. It is what it is. But I do like their configuration behind home plate with 2 rows of exclusive seating and then the normal seats behind that. This is Fenway Park. So Fenway Park, just a bunch of ads. And then the interesting thing with Fenway, due to how old it is, the design, right behind it, there's a very small walkway. It's extremely small. I actually like that. So, I guess if I was going to grade this, I'd give Fenway's a B+, because I like that it's just such a small walkway. It really adds to the aesthetic of it. But yeah, the little backstop thing, it's just, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many National Car Rental ads do we need? National Car Rental, they were trying to get a stadium name. Moving to Progressive Field. So this one is clearly different, and this is where it changes for the worst. So originally with Progressive Field, if you look to your left, that originally was a dugout diamond level suite in the ground. It was so cool. They still have those, but because these teams are just obsessed with ads and selling space, it's been replaced with an ad, or at least that area has been, and it just looks so much worse. And then they've got a bunch of padding. It's almost like an extra wall. It just looks so ugly. Originally, I loved the Progressive Field backstop. It looked like a studio set before, back in 2012 or 2013, but then they added a bunch of padding and they made it worse. So I would give it a C- at this point. It's just too much padding. We don't need to see all of that. This is the Kauffman Stadium, so they have exclusive seating. It looks like they have 2 or 3 rows of that big cushion seats right behind home plate. And then you can see, they do have the ads right behind home plate, but they also do have some bricking. So you know what? We'll give them a little bonus points. We'll give it a B minus for that backstop right there. Yeah, I mean, they've got a little bit you can see. Comerica Park. So Comerica Park is very identical to the first one we looked at in terms of their seating. It's just regular seats. That's all it is. Look at the way their seats are aligned. That would be kind of annoying if I got one of those seats where it's like, I don't know, it's just weird on the curve, I guess. But yeah, so Comerica Park did, to their credit, they got a new backstop back in 2016. They renovated it, and I like it a lot. It's really nice. This is one of the better ones for sure. I would say, it would get an A minus from me. But actually, you know what? I think this is the updated version. You've got to be kidding me. They've decided to put in some FanDuel ads. Yeah, we need to see more FanDuel ads. We only get 40 of them on commercials. We need to see them behind home plate too now. We need to see FanDuel ads. It's just sad. I'm going to have to lower the grade to a C- after seeing something like that. That's disgusting. I love Target Fields, but I don't know. This was back in like 2013. Is this how it normally is now? I like that Target Field has that beige color. It just fits it so well. So I think this is the updated version of it. And they still kind of have that nice, cement beige look to it with the Target Field sign. There is a little ad poking up there, but I like this. And then behind you can see they've got, looks like 7 or 8 straight rows of some exclusive seating. So that's a very nice. Target Field is an underrated stadium for sure, I'll say. And I would have to give that, I'd give it a solid B+ there. Moving on to Oakland Coliseum. Of course, these actually are not even, well, I guess they're temporary seats. They really don't exist during football. But since there is no football anymore, I guess they are, standard seats at this point. It's just like 2 or 3 rows of very small exclusive seats behind home plate that they put in. And then behind that is the regular seating of the Coliseum. Looks really weird considering it is multi-purpose, but that's just kind of the aspect of it. It is what it is. And then looking at the backstop, it's just crap. It's typical Coliseum. It's padding and ads, and that's about it. Moving on to T-Mobile Park, you can see this one very similar to the Oakland Coliseum. I would have to give it probably an F- or a D-. Actually, an F- after seeing that StubHub ad. Oh no, they've upgraded it, my bad. You know what? I apologize to T-Mobile Park. They've upgraded it. They made it. They got a nice little sign back there. They've got bricking. So I'll upgrade it to a B+. So they get a B+ because they do have a nice bricking, and that's nice. It's very professional. It just says T-Mobile Park. This was part of the whole change. When it went from Safeco to T-Mobile, it was a massive downgrade. Everyone likes Safeco Field. The name is better, but they did change their backstop and they made it better. And then this is probably I would say well, I don't know if it's the best one, but it's the most unique for sure. This is the newest MLB Stadium in Texas, and, it's pretty cool. It's in ground. There's really no advertisements. You see all the fans and stuff. It's kind of weird, but I like it. There was an issue. So the thing that happened with this stadium, the center field camera was it had a bad view. It was very similar to the problem that Target Field had back when it first opened. Target Field had a brutal, where the camera was located, and it made it really annoying to try and watch a game. And I believe the Rangers had that same problem, but they quickly fixed it after a season, and now it looks regular and pretty much completely normal. And yeah, I mean, I would give it a nice A-. There's really not a lot of ads. There's some above, but you have some nice seating back there. It doesn't really give off a real MLB vibe. It kind of makes it seem like the College Baseball World Series. I don't know. It just kind of seems weird, but I can respect something like that. This is Angels Stadium, so this is very similar to Progressive Field, and they did the exact same thing that Progressive Field did. They blocked off the lower area with ads. I will give them credit. They at least have the Angels logo. So instead of ads, they've got that back there. So I'll give them a few bonus points for that. And then you can see it looks like some regular seating behind there, but they do have diamond level. They have the exact same design as Progressive Field, where if you go down right behind the backstop, down the first and third base line, there's seats, and they're they're actually below the field. but like when you sit down in a chair, you're looking like it's right field view. It's pretty cool. So I would say that probably gets like a B minus. And there you can see they've got they're doing the Japanese ads with Ohtani. I mean, they get a lot of viewers, from Japan, I'm sure, with him. And then this is the Houston Astros Minute Maid Park. I mean, my goodness, they've got about 6 ads. They also had a recent renovation, Houston did, where they had to remove some, trash cans, things like that from back there. But no, listen, when it comes to this, I'd give it a C minus or a D. It's pretty typical. They've got some, I guess, decent seating. I don't know if that's like cushiony seats. It looks like it. But those are some bigger rows. Not really a fan of that right behind home plate. Either way, it is what it is. I'd give it a C minus. So that is just all of the AL backstops. There's a few good ones for sure. Probably the first one that I showed, that very likely could have been the best because it had the smallest amount of ads and it is a nice brick design. But guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description.